family, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to part 2 of closet clean out extravaganza. I totally forgot what we're actually calling it, the AMM Great Closet Clean Out. Yeah. I hope that you enjoyed the first video and maybe it inspired you, or maybe you are already on top of this and you have some tips to share with the rest of us, and if so, please comment below. I've noticed a feeling of like scarcity coming up for me. Like, I'm so afraid, oh, if I get rid of this piece, what if I need it for something, or I'm gonna regret it, or I'll never get that again. Like, it's weird. It's just interesting what like fear and like scarcity can like stir up in you. So that was just something I noticed. And I noticed another thing is like the fear of trying certain things on and having to like, I don't know, just like accept that my body has changed. I think like the fear of trying things on is still something in the back of my mind of like, oh no, am I really gonna want to do this, like, you know, in front of other people when it's like something that I'm like feeling certain ways about. I don't know how I'm gonna feel yet, but I am noticing there's like certain categories I'm kind of dreading, so that will also be interesting. I think it's really important to like just acknowledge these fears and acknowledge these, I guess, things that come up within us, and we don't have to like ride that train. Like, we can choose like, oh, interesting. We can observe like, oh, I'm feeling fearful, or I'm feeling this, or like this is coming up, and that doesn't mean that that is going to stay forever. That doesn't mean that it's the truth. It's just what's coming up. So I think it's also a great practice in letting things come up and letting them go and not holding on to them or adding them to the story that we tell ourselves. So that's, I feel like there's going to be all kinds of healing that happens here, but mostly I'm realizing I have such a desire to just simplify a bit. And having been working in like fashion beauty for several years, yeah, I've just noticed I've accumulated a lot of things, and I've always like been really into like thrifting, and like I like to collect objects. So it's just something I'm challenging within myself of like, what do I really need? Does having excess things bring me happiness, or does it actually just bring me stress? Etc, etc. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to be continuing with our miscellaneous pile today, and if you have any miscellaneous corners or piles in your house that you want to go through while we do this video, let's do it together, and let's get into it. As always, the things that I decide not to keep will most likely be going on my Poshmark, if that's helpful to you. But I said in the last video that I'm doing a freeze on like buying anything new for me. Like, I will probably have some things come in from partnerships and stuff for work, but I'm not going to be buying anything myself and adding anything to my closet until I've finished this, is my commitment. So again, I invited you guys to do that, but if there's certain categories of things you're looking for, if you have events coming up that you've been shopping, and it's helpful to know that my Poshmark is going to have some things, that I will just also drop that link below. Okay, this is really, like, I don't... Sometimes I love, what I love about myself is that I'm an optimist, but also sometimes I take it too far because I have not worn this. I do not understand what I was envisioning, and I'm just not, no, I just don't. I feel like a Ghostbuster or something. Rose Markham bought the matching little cat suit, I don't know if you guys remember that, on Poshmark. So Rose, girl, if you're watching this and you want this to go with it, I do think this is like the only instance of how it could be styled. Because now that I don't have the cat suit to go under it, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. It's like a parachuter. I was envisioning genie in a bottle, but the genie is like desperately fighting to escape the bottle. So it's definitely, it's a no. You might remember this girl. I want to like her so much, but she's so sheer. She leaves nothing to the imagination. And I just think I would feel naked every time I wore it. So we're gonna have to finally say goodbye to her. If you're a little shorter than me, maybe it would be better for you. I don't know. It's just like, I wanted so badly to like it. I love the top, but I just feel like, whew, I'm just like waiting to like reveal every part of myself to everyone. I thought it was giving Cher from Clueless, and maybe it is, but I don't think it's me. I just feel like, I don't know, like Schoolgirl, The Craft, I don't know, but it's very short. I don't know. I really wanted to make this work, but I've never worn it, and I think it's just time to give up. But then, of course, I'm on my mind like, what can I style it with? How can it work? I haven't worn it, and I've had it for like well over 6 months. She has to go in the no category. But wouldn't she be cute with tights and boots and like a little button up? But I just don't think it's my style. I don't think it's me, but I want it to be me. Sometimes I buy for the girl I want to be and not the girl I am. You might remember this. I wore it into the ground, and I think I'm finally over it. Also, I just think it's like not cozy. It's just like a little too, I don't know. I think it's just like time. Like, we've had our time together. It's time to say goodbye. my friend. It had served me well. It's time to go. This devastates me because this is my favorite sweat set. Like on the days that I just can't be bothered to do anything, you know, like when you've had a bad day and you just want to crawl into your sweats and like just crawl in a hole on the sofa. This is what I wear. They're so soft and cozy. They're from Victoria's Secret. I'm obsessed with the crop. Like how cute is this little crop top? But look at the bottom. They're too short. Like they're too short. Even when I wore my Uggs, there was like a gap this tall and they just make me feel dorky. And so I'm like, do I split the set up or do I let them go to a good home together? You know, I think they need to live together, but I'm just gonna be so sad. I need like a little like montage to say goodbye to this half zip. I will remember you. Oh my gosh, we need to like say goodbye to everything we really loved but doesn't serve us anymore, because every time I wear this I just feel uncomfortable because the bottom like sticks to my calf, okay? And I deserve something I love, so I'm like devo to get rid of this top, but it'll fit somebody else perfectly. I know it. Oh, I love this so much. Goodbye. Explain to me how I feel my most me when I'm dressed like a highlighter. What does that say about me and my need for attention in my childhood? Who cares? I love this. It's so soft and comfortable, and I've been wearing this solid for like, I don't know, 2 years, would you guess? So this has like fluctuated with me. It's like grown with my booty and just like, I like it. I'm gonna keep wearing this. It's so comfortable. I continuously reach for it again and again. I almost brought it on my trip. We're keeping her. This is Beyond Yoga. Their space dye stuff. Loved it at the time. Ready to move on. Cozy, but she's had her moment. She's not quite long enough and I'm done. I was having trouble figuring out how to style this, but I really do love it. It's just so fun and textured. Obviously you could just wear it with jeans, but I feel like it would be really cute with like, I've got like white denim crop jeans or a denim skirt. I have like a white denim skirt that I actually think would be very cute with this. I really love it. I just love things that have fun texture. I was trying to decide because I got this for my trip and then I didn't bring it because I couldn't figure out how to style it. And now I'm like, oh, I really do love it. It's giving fishnet, it's giving Neptune. We love. Vintage Dreams. I got this shirt on like a random resale vintage site and I have never regretted it. I love it. I'm glad that I'm remembering that I have it. This is just a great basic tee. I like the sleeves. I think it's like a little funky and cute. I forgot that I owned it again, so it's gonna go. I can't wait to like have everything organized where I can see it. It's gonna feel so good. But yeah, this is a cute basic tee from Target and I think I really love it. I remember loving this so much when I had it and now it just makes me feel bleh. This tee just makes me feel like a frumpadump. Like, you know what I mean? Like the other tee was like, ooh, it's a cute little girl in tee and jeans, and this is just like, bleh. I love this. It's so soft. It's a polished, cute version of a basic that makes me feel like chic and put together, but it's still soft and cozy, so I will want to wear it even on the days that I'm not feeling like getting dressed. This is a win. It is from Abercrombie and they usually have versions of this. You can't really tell, but it's like very soft and fuzzy. It is such a win and I love it. I desperately want to make this work because I think it's really hard to find like corset style bustier tops that really work and that look really elegant on like plus size, like bigger boobs. And I just feel like it's just like a little bit saggy and loose here. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not really wearing a strapless bra, I'm wearing like a whatever bra, but it just feels like the cup just isn't quite lining up with my boob, and I feel like this is one of those things that I'd wear that I would spend all night adjusting, and I think that that has to be another criteria for us, that if you're gonna be like adjusting it the whole time, which I do with a lot of my garments, it might be a no, although I think this has a lot of potential. I think it's just a little too big in the cup area, so maybe it's designed for like a little bit larger bust, so maybe it's just a little too big, but it's not too big here, which is where I get confused. I don't know. I have to set a hard line with myself that if it doesn't fit and I'm not comfortable in it, that it has to be a no. And it makes me sad, and I think sometimes it's just gonna be sad. I probably wouldn't style it this way, but this is just like an everyday great layering piece. Still fits well, love it. I just think like this can be styled over and under different things. To me, this falls in the category of like good basics. I find myself reaching for this a lot, so it's definitely a keep. I remember trying these on. I remember we all decided together to keep them, and I still haven't worn them, although I was gonna carry them on my trip. These are actually kind of heavy, so they're not super lightweight, and it's been so hot and like muggy this summer that I'm just not sure if it's the vibe. Also, I don't know, I wanted like little throw around outfits that were like cozy and cute, and I thought this was like a fun twist on a cargo. Emily just called them flamenco cargos, but I just don't know. I'm still like not in love with it. I feel like I'm trying to force it to work. And while I like the split tee, I just don't know. Then I was like, do I just wear the pants with like a tank? Would that be the vibe? I think maybe if you have to try really hard to make something work and you can't just like envision lots of different ways to make it work, that it's a no. You could still like something and like be intrigued by something and it still maybe just isn't for you. So I think I need to say goodbye to this. Even though I really wanted to make it work, I'm gonna see if the return policy is still good. We can always keep our favorite pajamas. I really, really love these. They're soft, they're Cosabella, which is like a Luxe brand. Also, they were given to me by Nivea when I went on a retreat with them. So they have like a positive memory attached to them and they're just really cozy and I reach for them all the time. So these are a keep, and actually they're so comfortable that I feel like I'm just gonna leave them on and be done with this video for today. It is a painstaking process. It's like interesting. I feel like cleaning out your closet is in some ways like a version of self-trust, like exercising your self-trust muscles, like trusting yourself in the decisions that you make and like not letting outside influences affect you as much of like, ooh, will someone else think this is flattering? Will someone else think this is stylish? Like, it is hard. You do want people's opinions, but you want your opinion to be the one you listen to first and most over other people's. And so I'm hoping that this also becomes an exercise in like learning to trust my own opinions and like learning to feel into my own thoughts about stuff. So it's challenging. Like I'm struggling, like I'm like, oh, but I really think I could work. And again, the scarcity comes up. Like with that black tank, I'm like, but what if I can't find something like that and I need that one day? It's like this idea of like, uh-oh, what if I'm gonna need something and I'm not gonna have it? That is like scarcity mindset to the max, and I just don't want to live within that. I'd rather have like a few really fine things that I love, that I wear all the time, and that is our goal here. So I'm just trying to keep myself centered in those thoughts as it gets difficult, and sometimes it gets difficult when things don't fit. Like I'm anticipating that it's gonna be funny sometimes, and it's gonna be like eye-opening, seeing things that I forgot I had, and also like facing like, wow, I do have so much stuff and I definitely don't need this. And then it's also gonna be like challenging probably to like learn to say yes or no. And decision fatigue is also real. So take time, be gentle with yourself in all the ways. And I'm still going through our miscellaneous pile. So I'm realizing like even just by dedicating like an hour or like a week or even like 20 minutes a day and doing little increments, like we can make a big difference. So yeah, I hope that you are doing this along with me, and I'd love to hear how your experience is going, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.